Apothecary Diaries, Season 2, Episode 14. What a surprise, we're starting the episode off with a lady being angry. Mamo just gets thrown into so many things. Oh yeah, the ghosts. Ghost? A ghost. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people will just be skeptical. Uh-oh, what do you want this time? What are you angry about now? Yeah. Wait, actually though, she seems a little bit actually concerned. Episode 38, the dancing ghost. I don't like that look in your eye. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Okay, so we're accepting it. This is official now? That's a huge compliment. That's not the phrasing she used the first time, because there's no fun in that. You want to torture him. I literally didn't know frogs could be this small. I didn't know frogs came in extra small. Also, what is Mamo's frame of reference for this? I mean, I know she's an apothecary. Is it from books? Cadavers? Well, I guess she did grow up in an escort house. You probably don't get out of that unscathed. The repulsion. I love it. Who wouldn't be interested in the ghost? Go away. Go away. Yeah, you must be quiet while Gokuko is talking. No! No, please don't. Anyone but Hongniang. Not Hongniang. She's gonna ruin everything. The ghost is the fun times we may have had. It's dead. The ghost of not having to listen to nagging. This would be great if I ended up loving Hongniang eventually. Did Jinshi just save us from an evening of Hongniang? I've never liked Jinshi more than I have right now. Oh, he said her name like it's a big deal. Amazing. This is ominous. Don't touch my lips, man. Oh, he's still doing it. He hasn't really... That's a hard job, man. That's a hard job to be Gaoshun. The sympathetic embarrassment. Weirdly, I have a parallel with Gaoshun in terms of my work experience. One of the hard parts about being sort of like an attendant, let's say, you're forced to be around behaviors that are sometimes horrifically embarrassing for you. And like part of you feels like you're being associated with it, but it's not you. You wouldn't do that. And then you start questioning your like whole schematic for the world and your life and your thinking. Like, why did I end up in a position? How did I end up in a job where I'm forced to like stomach this crap? That's my failing. And so then the emotion becomes even more unpleasant because what at first was just sort of an awkward, uncomfortable, vaguely sympathetically embarrassed state becomes a personal failure, an internal critique, and you're wondering like where you went wrong. Also, I was just thinking like there's a reason why it flashes to both Hongniang and Gaoshun's face in these moments, right? And they're in sort of the same role with the same challenges, but for me there is a critical difference between the two of them. Gaoshun does his job, but I feel like more than Hongniang, he's anchored to a deeper thing, you know, an actual sense of goodness and regard for people rather than like kind of trite, vague, very basic sort of knee-jerk reaction, standard thinking based on the social milieu. That's weird. That's not normal. Why do you gotta be weird? You can't sleep in a factory because I've never heard of someone sleeping in a factory, you know, as like the primary reason. Whereas Gaoshun would be thrilled at Mao Mao sleeping in a factory. Whatever makes you happy, Mao Mao. And then about Jinshi, what to make of this display of confidence? It still feels pretty hollow to me. Either he is confident for something that's really flimsy and just won't hold up, or because of some deeper inconfidence, he's playing that game of like, this is what a confident person might do. And it's bad enough to like let these moments slip in front of your crush, but in front of the whole room, like Gokukyo, who's a very keen people observer, and Gaoshun, someone maybe needs to talk to him. I don't know. Who would be in a position to do that? Maybe Mao Mao, actually, weirdly enough, for all his like sealing her lips. That would be actually some great irony if she sealed his lips, in a sense. Yeah, that was horrific. Nah, it's an Oxus hour. I mean, also like the frog thing was the least eventful, least dramatic part of that whole trip. You literally got shot at, but you know, whatever. This does change the image of Jinshi though, right? I mean, actually I was gonna say it shows a lot of inner control and discipline, but maybe that's giving him too much credit. And maybe that's it, you know, but it also could be that he just is so hapless, ineffectual, terrified of women. Maybe it's both. I mean, look at him. I'm sure that'll stop you from conjecturing. I decided that it wasn't worth thinking about, and so I never thought about it again. That's how that works. They are too free. They are too consequenceless. This has gotten out of control. This is a system that needs correction. I don't know. The inmates are running the asylum, etc. Not to like criticize them the whole episode, but where is Jinshi in this? Isn't this his job? And it's not like this is just some harmless bullying or, you know, some social posturing or whatever. Like, people get poisoned and they get coral fungused to the face. They drown in the moat. Like, this is not really a game. Especially the fact that they're so brazen about it, you know? Like, they're not even aware that this is not okay. The baseline is shifted. It's just like acceptable.
の立場でこれだと心配になる。
Yes, it is concerning. That's right.
リーシュ様はこちらの物置の窓から奇妙な人影を見たというのです。
That could be anything.
どんな人影が見えたのですか？
Maybe it was Lacan.
何かの見間違いでしょ。リーシュ様はそうやって皆の気を引きたがるのですわ。
Look at their smug smiling. Jinshi?
それを諌めるのが本来次女頭の務めだと思いますのに。
I think the head lady in waiting thing is part of the problem here. It keeps coming up.
毒味役にその座を奪われ
She got switched, and that was a great thing that happened, honestly.
痛くなるほど悔しいのだろう。
Passive aggressively.
あのかんざしを。
Oh, is this a butterfly? The butterfly from the openings?
妃の話を聞くのも私の務めです。その仕事
This is very diplomatic. You could lay down the hammer, Jinshi. I guess you catch more butterflies with honey. Yeah, but what about when Jinxi's not there? I think you need to just like smush her like a butterfly. We must protect Lishu.
いつも通りに湯あみを終えた時でした。本当はぬるめがいいのに。
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need the cold bath
父たち
too.
はいつも熱いお湯を
Oh
用意す
no.
るから。
Deliberately.
ふすうす気づいていたけど、次女たちは私のことをあまり好ましく思っていない。
You don't say. Oh no. Oh, that's so heartbreakingly cute. Maybe they don't like you, you think? Maybe the former head lady was right. She does just want attention. There's literally zero evidence for anyone not liking her. Name one thing that's cute though. And terrifying. Like she's so vulnerable.
着替えだけカナンに、次女頭に手伝ってもらっていました。
They're really close. That's nice. At least she has someone.
窓は閉まっているのに。
Oh, this is just a creep, maybe.
白い顔が笑いながら踊っていたのです。
Oh, okay. You were scared.
周りに誰かいたということは考えられませんか？
It's not possible? Okay.
カナンも同じ幽霊を見たのです。
Kana, what do you actually think? Okay.
建物の外につながる窓は皆閉まっていて、風が通らない部屋。しかし、
A draft? What the hell? Mold?
翡翠宮の次女たちなら原因を追求してカビが生えない工夫くらいするだろうが。
Don't worry, we fixed it. We put a box over it. Oh no, oh no. It's a nightmare.
数年でここまで。
That's a lot of mold.
このカーテンが揺れていたと言っていた。
This is way more terrifying than a ghost. With zero supernatural elements, this is just really creepy. But then, if you were to take a supernatural reading of this, it's like a mold monster. Like The Last of Us. This is bad. You know how like some shows or games, they have the alternate spin-off, the zombie version, just for fun? I just had the thought that for whatever reason, this would be a great show for that. Like the Apothecary Diaries Halloween special.
もしかして幽霊が出た日、間違えて風呂の線を抜きませんでした。
What? Yeah, what is the explanation here?
推理が正しければ。
A draft? Mold. Mold ghost. Cordyceps.
湯がこの下を通れば、湯気で床や壁が腐敗しやすくなります。そして、湯気がこの隙間から上がって風を起こし。
I see. Water vapor.
じゃあ、あの丸い顔は何だったのよ。
Oh, that was just a pervert. Someone peeping on you.
あれか。
Is there a face under there? A mirror.
大事なものだから大切に扱ってくれ
You
る。
saw yourself. You saw your own face. You're the ghost.
特殊の鏡は針製で、同鏡の何倍もよく映る。しまい込むのも仕方ない。それにしても。
I think I mused at one point that the mirror thing could be like a one-way spy glass type of thing, but I dismissed it because like, how the hell could they use that? But maybe.
せっかくなので、久々に使われてみてはいかがでしょう。
Be careful with it though. Light refraction? What? Oh!
なるほど。こう映るのか。
どういうことだ？
魔境というそうです。
How did you know that? That's amazing. I didn't even know this was a thing. Was that her mother's face?
隙間から湯気が上がり、カーテンが揺れる。
And this could be it, right?
これはいろいろな偶然が
Yeah,
重なって生まれた
multiple coincidences, right? That's sort of what I was going to get at. Or somebody was peeping on you in the bath. I mean, which one would be more likely?
この鏡を使わなくなっちゃったから。
Oh, now we're reading a ghost into the coincidence.
踊るのが好きだったって聞いたの。
Also, this image is very different from the one we're seeing in the speculations. This one looks happy.
幽霊なんて。
I guess this is catharsis, so we're gonna let it happen, and we're gonna comfort her.
本来ならもっと
She has it real rough, man.
母親の形見を毎日磨くことで高級での日々を慰めていたのかもしれない。
I think she's not okay.
親を思う気持ちはよくわからない。けれど、
Lies.
主妃にとっては 補助を抱くに値する存在なのだろう。
This is another thing. The whole like, it's a frog, don't think about a thing is a joke, but I guess in some ways it's a pattern for Mao Mao because there's also a lot of things she just doesn't want to face amongst her own feelings. I mean, granted, she has a very complex, limited relationship with her mother, but still. About Lishu, like, it would be bad enough, given her history, all the things she's been through, all the things she's been pushed into, sort of moved as a piece here and there, just being so isolated and dealing with the pressures of life in the palace. But then, on top of all that, her daily reality is in a hostile environment. That, I think, is the issue we need to address. The mystery of the mirror was cute and all that, but now that that's out of the way, maybe we can solve the mystery of why are we tolerating this sort of behavior from the servants. She's breaking. It's not because she saw a reflection in the window. Or because of some steam, you know?
失礼します。外にお茶をご用意しました。
It took 8 of you 4 hours to make 1 cup of tea. They can't even serve it right.
一見妃を敬う次女のようなたしなめ方だが。
But not even though.
まだ
That's so
持っていらしたのです
childish.
か？
This is for your own good. Good. Jinshi, please, for the love of God, this is your job. Thank you. I sort of wish you'd like lay down the hammer, you know? Okay, this is a little bit better. Don't charm. You have lost your pin rights. Okay, this is a little more direct. I'm sure in this society, this is a big deal. Good. Thank you. Finally, here it is. Major points for Jinshi after he lost a lot recently.
公にしなかったのはリーシュ妃のメンツを潰すことになるからだ。
Oh, she's a child though.
物的証拠があれば釘を刺
Okay,
すこと
I
が
got
で
it.
きる。
Okay, that's good. Whatever, as long as it's working out. This is not enough. Heads must roll. Well, I mean, social standing is everything here. You may as well be dead. Maybe this is a better punishment.
ああ、怖え。
I love it. This is my favorite moment of Jinshi, or it's up there. Top 3 Jinshi moments, at least. Way overdue. I hear Mao Mao's explanation. That's an idea, you know? Glad it happened. Glad that this went down. The way this society works, I'm imagining it's like the end of The Lion King, where the hyenas see weakness and Scar and they like rip him to shreds. You lost your pin. Kill her while she's down. Look at the absolute scorn and revulsion on these other ladies' faces. I want to imagine that off screen, one of them stepped in after this scene and just bit right into her jugular, ripped it clean out. I'm the former head lady now.
どうやって宦官だと証明するのですか？
ああ、昔は証明書があれば
I feel like there might be a more cut and dry way, but right.
今は職種
Yeah, there it is. That makes the most sense.
一応出入りするたびにやってるよ。
Wow.
宦官でなければ皇宮に入れるのは皇帝とその血族のみ。とすればジンシ様。
He's been out a couple times.
いや、なわけないか。
Oh, wait, right. Emperor and his kin, yeah.
宦官といえば新しく入った宦官
Have
の
we
話
ever?
を
I'm
知って
super
るかい
excited. From a different land, which the show also has established is kind of risky. There's been a lot this season about like hometown loyalty. It's tough living in a society.
この間は風呂炊きの準備中に下級妃に絡まれて大変そうだったよ。
わざわざ確認しに行ったのが。
Yeah, it looks like you're a little bit excited yourself.
態度があからさますぎて逆におかしくなっていますよ。
It is unnatural, yeah.
さっさとこちら側に引き入れろというのだろう。
I mean, I think she's established.
軍師殿が出張
We
って
can
くるぞ
rely on her.
毒を持って毒を制してください。
Yeah, that's true. Lacan is pretty big influence. He has the whole army at his disposal.
皇帝すら一目置く存在だ。
Yeah, that's always a weird thing, right? This happens again and again. I mean, it happens in the modern era. You need someone really competent and good to command your army. Army being one of the most important things of a sovereign, since, you know, force sort of is the highest level of escalation. But then there's that risk of like, well, who really has the power then? That works as long as they're loyal to you, or as long as the people they command are more loyal to you than them. But again, catch-22, because for them to be really effective, often that would mean like the army wants to follow them. Though maybe with Lacan we don't have that problem.
多くの者が出る杭として撃とうとしても、その誰もがやけど程度では済まない痛みを
Yeah,
負
he
わ
just
さ
he
れ、
outmaneuvers everyone.
むやみに関わるなという暗黙の了解が宮廷内でできている。しかし、
That makes
マオマオ
intuitive sense to
を
me.
引き入れるつもりなら切り離しては考えられない。
Okay, yeah, I guess he can't be ignored.
どんな反応をするのか。
I have a hard time imagining her really making that big a deal out of it, honestly. Okay, I'm just projecting my own thing into Jinshi here, basing it on myself as if I have a crush on Mao Mao, right? This is something I might say, right? Like, how will she take it? How would she react? Maybe she'll reject me. But actually, what I'm secretly hoping for is that this helps me, that she's very excited to learn about my position, that this enhances her feelings for me. And part of the anxiety about telling her isn't actually what I'm stating it is, or what I consciously am trying to trick myself into thinking it is, but rather the fear that it's going to fall flat, which actually is a good intuition because it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, this is sort of a special case, like in the category category of opinion-altering revelations, this is a lot. Jinshi is arguably the top tier of importance in the land. But Malma maybe already said it in a sense where she's like, you're always just going to be Jinshi to me. That is so open to interpretation, whether or not that's a good thing for Jinshi. Maybe the more common, obvious reading of it would be like, I like you for who you are, and I'm always going to like you no matter what, which is sort of endearing and reassuring. But sort of the other part of that naturally is like, it doesn't really matter what you tell me or what else comes to light. I already kind of have made my assessment of you. This is what it is. You know, this is what it's always going to be. Also, just more simply, Malma's reaction may be muted from the fact that she already has her suspicions.
次は高級の案件か。多いな。
半分はローラン妃に関わるもので。
Man, Lulan is such a big character for someone we rarely see. She's stirring up a lot of controversy. Maybe the Flash is deliberate, you know, hiding in plain sight.
元は異民族に捕らえられていた奴隷たちです。慎重に考えます。
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right. And we should maybe double check on Lishu. I know you have a lot on your plate, but that's a dangerous situation.
痩せていてどこか怯えているな。
I wonder what in their life would have caused them to be afraid.
あれが噂の宦官か。
What?
左腕をどう
Wait.
かしたのか。
Oh, right. We saw a little preview of him. And I thought it was what's her name? One of the most paranoia-inducing things about the show is we've already introduced the concept of someone being someone else. People can be killed and dumped in the woods and then have someone fill in for them. People can be corpses but then rise from the dead and like another one put in the place. There's just obviously a lot of sleight of hand possible. And that was before you added in the mirrors as sort of a storytelling device and the whole tale of like the pregnant sister, which seems to maybe apply to Lulan, at least to some extent. I can't remember exactly because it was such a flash. I didn't know what to make of it at the time, but didn't we at one point see two Lulans very briefly? And we have the story of the one sister getting pregnant with the mirror. And now also there's this new rumor that Lulan is pregnant. Maybe one Lulan is pregnant of two. You have all these weird things of like last episode, there's a shot of Shisui being suspicious. And then like it transitions into Lulan, not to mention the triplets, like it goes on and on. So you have this eunuch showing up who there's something physically familiar about him and he's hiding his body because of abuse, which like, I mean, I could think of reasons for that immediately. There's so many tells on other people's arms, the burn marks, etc. From this other place, some slave from somewhere out there. I mean, who the hell knows?
それにしても人気者だな。
Super popular and good looking.
頭はいいらしく、
Very
女官たちへ
intelligent.
の気配りがうまいのです。
Thoughtful towards women, that's also suspicious.
あなたが言えることですか。
Joke's on you, I'm not really that nice to women. Ah, there it is. I want to hear his voice.
上級費のための氷だぞ。もう終わりだ。
That's it for you.
ごめんなさい。
No! Wait a minute. Thank God we have friends in high places. Mama also there. Jinshi leaves her alone for 1 second. There's a whole side of the story we're gonna see later, right? Next episode. This is so much to keep track of. Like at this moment, it all intersecting. Look. Only one person isn't smiling. Oh wait. I gotta smile too. Man, I don't know. I have such mixed feelings about all of this. It's really fun. The show does a great job like telegraphing these signs of things that you don't really know how to put together yet. Like you don't have the crucial pin that will tie it all together yet. But it's like, hey, this is a hint. Look at this weird thing. Aren't you suspicious? And you're like, yeah, I am suspicious. What does it mean? And the show's like, whoa, hold on a second there. You got 10 more episodes of hints before we're ready to really like nail it down for you. But then like always in the show, there is the building ongoing mystery and larger plot and larger story, which just has a ton of things going on. But then also the events of the episode and the heart of the episode itself. And there's a bunch of stuff to talk about there also. One of the first things that comes to mind here is that I really love the character moment of Jinshi laying down the hammer in his very sort of roundabout socialite way of that lady who's just, you know, way overstepping her reach, as the ladies are wont to do, apparently. Maybe he can lay down the hammer with Hongniang next. Someone's got to stick up for Lishu, you know, finally in her crazy life. I'm also intrigued to see where Jinshi's whole, like, how do I tell her thing gets resolved. I think there's a lot of room for surprise there and interesting character stuff. It might not be as cut and dry as it appears, because honestly, I don't find it particularly all that dramatic myself. I think there's richer things to be explored there than just like, surprise, I'm the real emperor. Oh my god, I'm so in love with you now. I'll be at your side forever. There are way more layered things that happen with Jinshi in terms of his crazy juxtaposition as like someone who actually is very capable and mature, but also is a child, like a lost child. And then you have the hint about a future Lacan showdown and the stakes there, which also would be really cool. There's just a lot happening always in this show. It's very hard not to binge it.